And that's it for now.
Perfect. Nice to have you here one more time. And you, Heide, who are you? Present yourself for us.
So it's a pleasure to be here. I'm Heider, 23 years old. I live in a city called Araraquara, south of São Paulo. I live here almost 3 years because I got an opportunity job and I live here now. I was living with my parents, but I needed to move to here because of a job opportunity. I graduated in production engineering. And in my free time, I like cook and watching soccer. I'm a Corinthians fan, and I think that's it. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Perfect. And I think it's a great opportunity to know each other. Unfortunately, my camera is not good. I don't know what it's doing. So apologies, guys. I have to turn on and turn off. I don't know the why, but my name is Luan. I'm from Belém. Oh, I'm from Belém, Pará, but I'm living in Ribeirão Preto, and I'm here since 2020. And since the last year, I'm a host here, and I'm a neighbor of Heider because she lives in Araraquara and I'm living in Ribeirão Preto, so it's not far. And I think it's a pleasure being a host in Spanish and in English and get up, but not get up alone, and get up with you and share experiences, share thoughts, and that's it. Let's get started, I guess. And guys, we're gonna talk about streamings. I think all we know here, what is streaming, what is this about? So the first question is the question number 2. How often do you watch TV nowadays? So you have a television, a physical television, and what do you see there if you watch? So Heider, can you answer this for us, please?
Yes. Nowadays is complicated because we have a lot of things to do. Work, projects in the work, study English. I am living alone, but I don't have time a lot. But normally I watching the Corinthians game and other plays, other games. More soccer watch. And on the Sunday night, I watch Fantástico. I like to watch Fantástico. I don't know why, but in the past, I liked to watch news. But because the political in our country nowadays is impossible to watch because we have a lot of fight. For this reason, I just watch soccer, and the Sundays I watch Fantástico. It's my routine on TV nowadays.
Nice. And you, Larissa, do you watch? And if it is, what do you watch?
Yes and no, because I don't have a TV antenna. I don't have a conventional TV. I just watch internet, and I didn't have a TV until months ago because I didn't have a necessity to have a TV. I just watch YouTube or some streaming just in my computer or in my cell phone. But now I have a TV, but I just have internet to watch.
Yeah, and I think all of us. I'm living in where I live. I just have a TV, but we hardly ever watch something. Perhaps São Paulo games, São Paulo matches in my case because I'm supporter of São Paulo, and sometimes Fantástico or sometimes Jornal Nacional, but it is here seldom, almost never, because when I watch something like a journal news, it's always bad news, not nothing good. So it's sometimes it's better avoid it and just let it go, I guess. And so we don't watch so many TV shows. And guys, the next question is question number 3. So, do you have streamings? If yes, which ones? Let's invert and the order has. So, Larissa, can you answer this for us? Do you have streamings? If yes, which ones?
Yes, I have Netflix and Spotify and Global Play. And I prefer Netflix because I think there are so much famous series and movies, not too much, but series, and I prefer watch series. And I have a necessity to work, listen any song or any podcast, so Spotify is so important to me too. And I have this 3 streaming. I don't think Spotify is a streaming, but I consider as a streaming.
Nice. And you, Haider?
So I have the device that is allow a lot of streams, similar Netflix and Amazon Prime and the Global Play. But normally, similar Larissa, I usually more Netflix. I am not a person that watch a lot of series, but sometimes I watch. And now work alone, I have a little time and I try to watch. And I have, similar Larissa said, I have YouTube Music, and I pay YouTube also because I don't like advertisement, and I think it can be a stream. And I use the YouTube Music and the YouTube without advertisement because I use it to help study English. So I use YouTube, I use Netflix more to study English, and Netflix I use it normally to watch some series.
Yeah, like me, I guess. I have a Spotify, but I don't consider Spotify a streaming. But aside it, I don't have any streamings because I think I don't need it. The nowadays, I can find series or movies on the internet. Not so many legal, but I don't have to talk about it. But I think it's better to have a streams because you have the subtitles. You can pause. You can watch it whatever you want in your time. It's a personalized experience, I guess. And guys, our next question is a question number 4. So, Larissa, can you read us for us and answer?
Yes. What do you watch on streamings? As I said before, I prefer watch series because I don't know, I like to create a connection with the program, and I like to watch and spend so much time with the star history, and I like to watch sitcoms on Netflix and short episodes. That episodes you can watch in your lunch. For example, I don't like series that have a long episode, like 1 hour or more. And I prefer this.
Yeah, like Friends or Met Your Mother, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yes.
And you, Heidi?
I watch series on Netflix. I finished a series the last week called Kaleidoscope. And I was talking with my fiance now that I intended today watching some series, but I don't know why yet. I will search some series, and I think this, and I watch TED Talk on YouTube nowadays, every day, because I try to listen something and try to improve my listen. I don't know if YouTube is a streaming, but I watching some things on Netflix and on YouTube.
I think when you have to pay for YouTube like you do, it's a streaming. If you don't pay, it's not a streaming.
Yeah,
But
so is a stream that I pay.
yeah, this is interesting because I have been doing exactly the same, but about TED Talks, but I can't follow TED Talks on YouTube, so I listen to them in podcasts. It's hard because I don't have subtitles or I don't see the guy or the woman say something, but it's good as well to improve our listening, I guess. And our next question is a question, guys, number 5. I think you will be finished this afternoon fast. So either can you read it, the question for us and answer?
It's 5, right?
Yeah, it's no 5.
How many hours you spend on your streams? So I think in Netflix, I don't spend, no, I spend a little time when I have a free time. I think I try to watch more on the weekends because now I am working other period. I work after 3 p.m. and I have the time on morning, but I don't like to watch nothing on the morning. And I spend more in the weekend. But YouTube, I normally spend 1 hour per day because I try to watch more videos. Is a routine to me. YouTube, I normally watch nowadays 1 hour, more or less. But on Netflix, I spend the time more on weekends. I think this.
Yeah, perfect. I did like it because I spent almost 2 hours, I guess, on YouTube. Random videos,
Yeah.
football matches, or
Yes,
anything else.
in my case, I don't have social medias. I just have WhatsApp and LinkedIn, and I don't spend time in these things. So I think it's good to spend time in YouTube on the watching the series because it helps me more than social media. Just opinion because I don't have, and I think I needed to spend time in other things.
Yeah, I've been thinking about delete my social media because I don't know, to save some times or something else, or just can be just more happy, can be happiest life,
Yes,
I guess.
yes.
And you, Larissa?
Not too much for me. Actually, when I work from home, I can watch more because when I am alone, when I like to watch TV in my lunch during the lunch or in the end of the day, but I prefer spend my free time in another way, in a real way. I like to go outside and go to the beach, but for example, today it's raining here, so I can't go to outside. I can go to outside, but I prefer stay at home and spend time with myself.
Exactly. I'm doing because it's raining, so let's go inside. But do you live near to the beach? I guess to spend
Yes,
time there.
yes.
Yeah, because we, Heider and I, that we don't. So it's far, far, far from
Far,
one beach.
far, so far.
Yeah, yeah, 500 kilometers to the beaches.
Yes, yes, it's complicated.
And guys, our next question here is question number 6. So, how many hours per day do you think would be ideal? So, an hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours on your streaming, on your Spotify, on your YouTube, for example. Heiner, how many hours per day do you think it would be ideal?
I don't know if have the ideal, but I don't know how do you say atrapalhar? If you don't atrapalhar you in other activities, it's ideal because normally the person spend some times in streaming and they forgot to do other things, study, so it's so important. You have a social life, enjoy with your friends. We need to analyze it don't atrapalhar, I don't know atrapalhar, you, but I think I don't have idea if the time middle. You need to do other things also, and don't just to be focused on streams.
Yeah, I think I would say it's quite hard to be focused when you have something atrapalhando, so we can use disturb, get it away. It depends on the
Yes.
context. And you, Larissa?
Yeah, I agree with you, Heider. If you can do your things, your job, um, your tasks, it's okay if in the end of the day you watch a lot of time of TV. I think it's okay and it's normal, but you need to try do another thing, not just on TV or on internet. You need to go outside and feel the sun. I think it's better for mental health, and we saw this on the pandemic, and I think it's important to go outside for our health.
Yeah, that you remind me of something. I think in the pandemic, I spent 2 months at home and I didn't go outside. So I don't know. I went mad, crazy, and about it, and mental health was just gone. It was a terrible, I guess. I think here the three of us here have experienced the same. Then our next question, guys, is a question number 7. So, do you think television will end, or for example, we use television today and then tomorrow it's no longer exists, for example? So, do you think it, Larissa?
No, I don't think so. I think television is changing because I believe the internet has a huge influence of television right in nowadays. But finish the television, no, I don't think it's possible.
And you, Heide, what do you think?
I agree with Larissa. Finish, I think not, but the streaming and the TV is working together. Uh, Nowadays, we have a lot of I don't know programs. Similar, you have series on TV. You have series that television pass. It's changed a lot. because the person nowadays don't watch TV similar in the past. Normally, the family to watched TV on the past together, but nowadays the children prefer cell phones on streaming. Scenario we talk, but Finnish no. But I think they working together. Similar global nowadays there is a lot of advertisement about global play. It's a thing that you work together, but Finnish no, but the way will be changed in the future.
And I think it's so annoying. You're watching global, and out of the blue, global play. There is available something, but I know I already have global play, or I'm not interested in global play, and still appearing in your television. It's so annoying, I guess.
Yes.
Exactly. And guys, now question number 8 here. What about this? I think it's the most important question, I guess. What about the elderly? Are doing well with the streamings, in your opinion? And I'm created this question because I've been watching my grandfather and grandmother about streamings, and I'd like to your answers about it. So, Heider, what do you think about the elderly? Are they doing well with the streams?
In my parents, for example, don't I don't know. Sorry, I don't know use some streams. And my grandmother similar. I think streaming it's nowadays more for our generation, because generation of my parents don't use a lot. Elders nowadays is change also, is more modern, but I think it's more complicated to them.
Exactly. And you, Larissa, what do you think about the elderly and the streams?
I believe my grandfather, he don't know how the streaming works, or how the streaming is. I don't know. But I saw my parents in trouble with the streaming so many times, because they don't feel comfortable to use the internet, or the Netflix, for example, and I need to explain how to put a film, or how to search a specific thing, and I think it's a little bit confusing for them.
And I think it's the same for my parents, or not my camera just freezing, but let's wait. And
It's
I think
okay.
it's the same for my parents, because they don't get along with the streamings. But my grandfather, specifically, he loves to watching football matches, and he cannot do it because he doesn't get along, or he isn't doing well about it. And I think it's hard, but I've tried to learn not, but I've tried to teach him. And I think it's complicated. And I think it's the worst part of the streamings, because we have to teach our family, especially our relatives, the older ones, about it. Kind of sad, but normal, I guess. And guys, our next question is the question number 9. I've lost myself. do you think the price of the streamings, there is a G missing there? Do you think about the price of the streamings is abusive, so it's higher, so it's low, or it's a good for you? What do you think about it, Heider?
No, to me, isn't expensive. I think it's a good price, and it is a thing that we use a lot. You have a package with HD, I don't know, high definition, and you pay, I don't know, 13 reais, 14 reais. I think it isn't expensive. We spend more money in other things that you don't use a lot. Water, energy, it's so high here. We need to use it, but the price is so hard. And I think it's a good price. If you have a lot of streams, you pay more. But in my case, I pay for 13 reais on Netflix and the 20 reais on YouTube. So it isn't expensive in my opinion. It's a thing that I use.
Good, really good answer. And you, Larissa, it's abused for you.
Yeah, for me, it's a little bit expensive, especially Netflix, because I I pay I don't know how can I say I pay the plan that I have for screens, so it's more than 50 reais per month. And I think it's a little expensive, but for example, the Spotify for me, it's okay. And another one too, Google Play, but the Netflix, especially, I think it's a little bit expensive. But I know there's another plans, but for me, I need this plan because I need to share with my fiance and with my parents, so I need to pay the high plan.
And I think like I don't know, I don't have Netflix, but my girlfriend does. So and I think for her it's the kind of expensive, I guess, and she just has two screens, so I think it's lower. But Spotify and has increased it, in my opinion. I remember that time it was 20 reais, and it's about 35 nowadays. So I think it's not abusive because I use a lot, but a little bit expensive for us, I guess. And guys, our last question here is, how can we choose the best streaming to watch something, or how we can choose the best streaming to listen? For example, Deezer, Spotify, Netflix, HBO, or something else. How we can choose the best one for you, your opinion, your personal experience, Larissa?
I don't know. Maybe some ads helping us to choose the best stream, or the the offer. It's a great I don't know, but in my case, I would like to pay HBO because I'm really interested in some series. Maybe in the future I can pay for this, but I don't know if I answered the question.
That's okay. And you, Heide?
It's complicated the question, but I think we need to analyze our necessity. If you is a person that like to watching series, you can choose the Netflix. In my case, if I need to choose one, I prefer YouTube because I like more YouTube, but I need to watch some series. You need to analyze your necessity, in my opinion, because you can watch in series, or you like to listen to music, or you need to watch in HBO series similar. Larissa said, you need to analyze your period of your life.
Yeah, exactly like we do. And we've been thinking here, for example, in sign HBO Max because there is The Last of Us there. And The Last of Us is nice. So I think it is. In my opinion, if I have to sign and on a streaming, I will sign HBO Max, I guess. I don't know. HBO, I think it's better for Netflix, but it's a personal opinion, I guess. And guys, unfortunately, when we have no more questions, I think the three of us here were straight to answer, and I think that is good. It never happened to me before, and ending the questions so fast, and we just three persons here, so this experience can be faster. As always, there is a survey. You can criticize me, you can say something good, something bad, whatever you want. There is anonymous. And I think it is, guys. It was a pleasure to have you here. I'm sorry for to finish it before the time, but I think it's our program here. It's done. So I'm so delightful to have you here. I'm grateful for you, Haider and Larissa. And I think perhaps you can meet one another in the future, maybe in the next, I think, in the next meeting. And I think there is, guys. So grateful. Thank you for the both of you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Ana. Thank you,
guys.
Larissa.
It was amazing.